that pointy-eared bitch who seemed really fishy said that he cooked a meal for the whole of the town. But why is the cook the one that everyone's having to answer to? Riddle me this. Bingo me this.
A sort of a blur of motion near the doorway, and a torch is lit. You're about.
I pull my bow out.
And you hear the satisfying sink of an arrow hit right towards your feet. He's actually going to just toss the crossbow on the ground, frustrated at his multiple attempts at missing, and pull out a rather large scimitar, and he is going to run down the hill, and is danger close with you guys. Rather large scimitar, and he is going to run down the hill, and is danger close with you guys. But it is now the turn of Bingle.
All right, I want to make this man cry. I'm gonna fucking kill his dog.
Wow.
So I'm going to move about 10 feet to my right so that I'm not going to hit any of my compatriots with an arrow. And then I'm going to dome that fucking dog. But before I do that, I'm going to use my bonus action to cast Hail of Thorns. Which essentially, when I fire, once it hit, it's basically like shrapnel. Once I hit, if I hit an enemy with it, shrapnel then rains out, and everything around it has to roll do a dexterity saving throw.
Yeah,
right. Yeah, you'll be there.
Like everyone.
You'll be there, but so are two of the other bad guys.
But yeah, this will be super dope if you pull it off. So yeah, take
so
your shot.
I'm gonna go ahead and do that.
And then if you hit, you'll be able to do that Hail of Thorns.
Yeah, I'm gonna dome that dog, dude. I'm gonna dome it right in between the eyes.
Roll it.
Where is it? Oh, do I just roll my thing, right? My longbow?
Yeah.
Does it all for me?
Yep.
It's a 16.
That's a hit. D damage.
Fuck yeah, it's a hit. How do I do? Oh yeah, I hit the +6 now, right?
Yeah.
You hit the long.
That's a 6.
Okay, so you hit this dog right in sort of the shoulder, and he sort of gets kind of gets taken off of his feet a little bit, but he's not quite down. You do, however, now launch into the air sort of this explosive round, and everybody within 5 feet of the dog, which at this
and the target
point,
and the dog as well. The dog also
the dog, and so actually it's only Maylog who needs to roll this, as well as the dog and the other bandit. So these are going to be dexterity saving throws, which I think, Maylog, you have advantage on from
I have
that?
advantage. So, well, he has disadvantage. So does that mean I have an advantage on a saving throw? Oh yeah, never mind. I make dexterity saving throws with advantage, so I hit a 25.
Okay, yeah. So that's I think either way you would have had it.
What classifies a past dexterity saving throw?
That's actually dependent on you. Yeah, so your spell save DC is only a 12. So they have to roll a 12 minimum.
Roger that. So you saved. You still, unfortunately, you still take damage.
Damn it.
Yeah, so what we're looking at, Jesus Christ. A creature takes 1d10 piercing damage on a failed save, or half as much on a successful one. So Maylog passes, so roll a d10, Bingle.
You only take 5 damage, dog.
Sorry,
or 1 damage. You take 1 damage.
Yeah, it's 1 damage. Okay.
Nothing.
The dog is
Now I'll do the yeah.
He fails. Roll.
So I'm gonna roll.
Yeah.
He takes 10 damage. Yes.
He fucking explodes. Like
explodes.
The 1d10 is absurd. The arrow sort of lodges like into his shoulder, But then as soon as
And then I'm assuming the dog
hail
goes,
of arrows
and then
begins,
he pops.
it tears his shoulder out, and like this thing just rolls over and is just absolutely annihilated. The bandit
I fucked his
saves.
dog up.
So give me
All
one
right,
more.
here we go.
Jesus
Again.
Christ.
Oh, he just. Oh my
Jesus
god, dude.
Fuck. Roll
He
3 tens
takes
in a row.
5 damage.
So he takes a shot sort of to the abdomen, but is otherwise all in one piece.
Is the dog's owner? Does he look at all upset by this?
He's enraged.
All right, I look at him and I go like, I say, your dog was a bitch. Get it?
Oh boy. Okay. So it is now the it's actually the bandit
that attacked me.
Yeah, it's the bandit who really was his owner, and he is going to in a rage turn and just strike again, because he's kind of like at this point wedged in between Maelog and Colgrim. He's incredibly distraught by the way that you did it. He's gonna blow right by you, Colgrim, and he's going for Bingle. You're gonna get an attack of opportunity.
I blew his dog up.
All right. Well, this is my dream moment. That's a 23 to hit.
Oh yeah, you hit him.
Holy shit.
And for damage, that's an 8.
That's an 8. Okay, so you see this guy running by, and he kind of like he sort of had like not a helmet, but sort of like a leather cap on. He just throws that thing on the ground and starts sprinting past you. But you sort of just kind of catch him in the rib as you're going by, and blood streaks out from his very light tunic. It's just sort of this leather tunic, and kind of gets all over the grass. But he runs and is going to actually do sort of a running stab towards Bingle.
All right, what do I do?
Bingle, my bouncing boy.
A beautiful, beautiful Bingle.
Oh no, Bingle.
Oh no.
No Bingle.
That's a crit. So he's gonna plow into you. How does the tune of 8 damage feel to the boy?
It doesn't feel great.
Doesn't feel great.
Well, you're a dwarf. You should have plenty of hit points, don't you?
Yeah.
I'm stout. I'm sturdy.
It's very lucky because he rolled super low, and it's double damage, I think, for crits. So
yeah, it is. It's double the dice damage.
Yeah, he just kind of runs in and gives you a good stabbing. But he kind of like he's down sort of on one knee, sort of limping, and he is
when he gets down, I whisper. He stabs me and I wince. I go, your dog's still your dog's still dead. This doesn't change anything.
All right, Malog, it is your turn.
It's my turn. It's my turn.
Oh, I'm sorry. It is. No, didn't
I
you?
thought it was his turn before.
It was my turn before his. No, Bingle went before me, and then I went.
No,
and then
because
you went.
He went. You moved. He moved to engage you, and then I moved beyond him.
Oh, that's a good point. You skipped my turn, Mont. You piece of shit.
We'll take your
So
turn.
I just took 8 damage for no fucking reason.
Take your turn.
Probably.
Take your turn now, my special boy.
All right, I'm going to move to the guy that just ran away from me.
Okay, it's not far.
And yeah, it's not very far. It's 5 feet. I step towards him.
Yeah.
And
Plow him, dude.
I'm not super happy about the fact that I tried to resolve things in a diplomatic manner. So I'm gonna enrage. I'm gonna get real angry, and I'm just gonna say.
He also stabbed your baby boy Bingle. Don't forget about that.
He did stab my friend.
He stabbed our mascot.
Bingle.
Okay.
And I'm just going to I'm gonna take a step toward him and say, we tried to do this peacefully, but I'm gonna have to ask you to leave the little man alone. And I am going to take fat swing at him, and I'm going to do it with a reckless attack, so I have advantage. And then any attack against me for the next turn has advantage, but I'm going to fuck this guy. That's a 20 to hit.
Let me know. Roll damage. I should
Okay.
actually track that.
That's a 12 for damage.
Tell me how you were killing
Holy
this
shit.
man. You've already slashed him once in the rib.
Yeah, you eviscerated him.
You just kind of walk up to him and execute him. Let me know how you're doing that.
I would like to I'm a big strong boy. I'm a strong lad. I would like to grab him because I figure he's turned away from me. I'm gonna grab him from the back of the neck with my hand and then just sweep from the waist, him clean in half, and just chuck his body over my shoulder.
Okay, yeah. So you do that, and yeah.
Bingle
And
just releases.
I still have movement left, so I'm just gonna casually walk toward the other guy and stand right next to Maylog.
Bingle releases a primal scream.
Okay, Bengal, you're covered in his blood.
I'm like, yeah, and I'm like,
You're just covered in
it's
blood.
like misted. It's all misted all over me, and I'm just like, ah!
A severing does not simply miss. You are head to toe bloodied
Drenched
by this
in
dude.
bandit
And
blood.
I'll tell you, hey, Maud, I'll tell you a secret.
Yeah,
Bingle doesn't hate it.
he's maybe a little horny.
Oh, God damn it.
All right, Maylog, you are up.
All right, once again, I'm going to dance around him. It's 15 to get behind him. So I can do this, no problem. And I'm just going to juke left.
No, hold on. You're gonna go.
Yeah.
So you're gonna. How are you going through him?
So I have a lot of speed and movement at this point, and there's no way he's going to stop me. So what I'm going to do
I am
is
gonna take a look at. Damn, you do move a lot. So you take
I move
you
a
take
fuck
a
ton.
wide arc around this guy. You're not running past him or running near him at all. You're putting easily
he
5
has no
feet.
ability to
Yeah.
even get close to me.
Right.
Oh. Ooh. What state is the carcass in of the dog?
It blew up, dog.
Jesus
It
fucking
blew up.
Christ.
So we're
It's
talking
mostly
there's bones and
turned-
stuff, right?
He turned that dog into an organic nail bomb.
It's kind of so the front left hand leg is entirely severed. The neck is mostly gone, but the head is still attached. This is
All right, here's
fucking
what I'm
gruesome,
looking for.
by the way. I didn't want this.
Here's what I'm looking for.
Inside
Is
of
there a sizable leg bone that I could grab while running into approach? on
No,
this
it's
guy?
gone. That thing is
Everything's
blown
gone. Okay,
off.
okay. Then I'm just gonna take the arc around. I'm gonna get right behind him, and then I'm gonna hit him with it
With what?
with an unarmed strike.
Okay, unarmed strike. Roll it.
So that's a 15,
That's a hit.
and that's gonna hit for 6.
You just punched him for 6 damage.
Okay,
Yes, welcome to being a
punched pretty hard.
monk.
it's a hard punch.
And then I get to roll again.
Okay,
Unarmed monk, 24,
that's a hit.
and I hit him for another 6.
Okay, so you punch him once, and you kind of do sort of a chest shot, and he sort of doubles over.
Well,
And-
I'm behind him too.
Okay, so you sort of you hit him once in the sort of rib, and he kind of doubles over. And as you're coming in with your other fist, you hit him sort of in the neck, back of the head, spine area, and you hear a very satisfying snap. And he just face in the dirt, blood coming out of his mouth, and is very clearly dead.
All right. And as I strike that last punch, you lack conviction.
Jesus Christ.
Boom, back in the head.
Okay. You have successfully murdered 3 people, at the lighthouse.
One of them was
and
a
you were
dog.
out of
They
initiative.
attacked us. I tried. I made more of an effort to do this diplomatically than I've ever made on any character in D&D I've ever played in my entire life. And you attacked me.
Well, you're speaking to corpses now. You're at the lighthouse. The light of the flare is sort of beginning to diminish, but in front of you is a pretty gruesome scene. No one had an easy death in this area, but you are otherwise seemingly alone.
We're
Yo,
murder
sorry, I lost
hobos. You guys
connection there for a
realize this,
second,
right?
maybe?
We're fucking murder hobos.
I tried to end this diplomatically. You saw it. I I made the best effort that I could.
There had to have been a better way. So I have on my person, I have 2 health potions.
How do you have 2 health potions? Did you buy them at the boat?
The apothecary. Well, no, I bought them at the boat.
Okay.
No, I bought 1 health potion at the boat, and I got 1 from the apothecary. I've got them in my character sheet. So all I have is the
you got
letter.
them. I think you actually got them from the. You got them from the guy on the boat. Yeah.
Okay, so I've got 2 health potions still. So I only took 1 point of damage, so I'm feeling okay. But I'm gonna go. I don't know how healing works. Can I give one to Bingle? Would that help him?
Yeah. You could hand one over to him, and he could drink it and regain some level of hit points.
So we killed everyone. Everyone's dead. Bingle, here's a health potion.
Oh, oh, that's so very kind of you. But you know what? You keep that for later. I'm gonna walk this one off.
Don't worry, I have a second. You can have this one for safekeeping.
Do you want to split? You want to go halfsies or something?
No. This one's all yours.
I glug it right down.
Okay, roll it. It should say. Did I tell you how much those were for?
No.
Hold on. I should know all of these
down to
things,
1.
but I'm just gonna put it into Google and find out how much it is. What is a 5e health potion? Go ahead and roll 2d4 plus 2, Mr. Bingle.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So you're drinking it.
That makes sense.
I mean, unless I put some spit into it, maybe that'll get me to roll for it.
Ooh, nice. That's a 1.
A 1.
Plus 2, that's 3.
No, you're
Oh,
gonna
two-
roll 2 separate d4s.
Oh, and that's a 4.
Okay, so 4 and 1 is 5 plus 2 is 7 health. So you're
beautiful.
almost
That's
back
good.
up to full.
Almost back to full.
All right, so
good.
you've got 2 human bodies, you've got 1 dead dog, you've got next to no light, and you have a lighthouse.
All right. I am going to step over the dog and walk to the lighthouse.
Just 1 second, guys. I have to pee so bad. Okay, just 30 seconds.
All right, so Bingle's gonna pee out all of the potion that he.
I want
just
to search the guy. I want to search the guy before fucking Balrog gets his dirty hands all over it.
God damn it! What the fuck did I do to Bingle?
You just gave him health.
I literally
Resents
just
you
kind of
for it.
saved your life, and you've just been a dick to me for the past.
I blew up a dog that was gonna attack you.
He did blow up a dog.
Yet you attacked me harder than the dog did by blowing up the dog because
Fair. That's a fair point. I want to. Okay, before I go pee, I want to search that dude who got cleaved in half.
Okay.
I want to rifle
Other
through his
than
organs.
his sword, which is, very clearly cast off to the side, which just through a cursory search, it's just kind of a very common short sword. It's nothing special. You actually, so like the level of gore that Colgrim inflicted on this body is making searching through it for valuables incredibly difficult as things are starting to mesh.
You mean fun, right?
Together. So I'm going to need you to roll actually an investigation check to see what you can find amongst the goop. Just because I think that's a little more fun than just me giving you a list.
That's a 16.
Okay. So with a 16, what you find is a rope, just like a simple twine rope with a sort of like a bronze but slightly rusty key on it, and maybe like 2 gold pieces. So you got a key and some gold pieces.
So I got a key and gold.
Yeah.
So a rusty key is what I'm going to add to my item list?
Yes.
Okay, that'll probably be like for a chest in there, I bet.
Or just the door to the lighthouse. Because these guys were villagers that we just killed.
They attacked us.
Hey man, I'm not disagreeing.
That dog was the size of my old, it was bigger than my old bed.
I believe it.
I never had a bed.
That's the most depressing thing I've ever heard.
Bingle go eight. Colgrim, Melog, what are you guys doing?
I'm going to go walk over towards the lighthouse, specifically the boxes that they that you had said that they were like rifling through or something out front. You said they were moving something.
Yeah. So what you find upon coming a little bit closer towards the lighthouse is a cart with a series of crates on it, and the crates appear to be sealed. And why don't you give me an investigation check on them?
All right.
Actually,
Yes.
better yet, give me a history check on those.
A history check, okay.
Yes.
That's a 4.
They look
Nice.
wooden in nature and are sealed. Sealed wood crates.
Sealed wood crates. Is there any like symbol on them or anything?
Not that you can tell.
Okay.
To you, they appear as, especially in the fading light, as just simple wooden crates.
Well, I can't see a damn thing. Probably now that I take it the flare is probably worn off by now.
The flare has worn off, but there is a torch on the ground from where he kind of dropped it.
Okay, I'm gonna pick up the torch.
Yep.
And can I see if this is something that is the crate something that I can open?
It's sealed shut by nails. There's like a top. There's a top to it, and it's.
I have a key for that.
You're 40 feet away.
That's not how keys
we're out
work.
of initiative. You guys are sort of milling about the area.
Well, I figure Bingle's probably like looking through the other corpses.
Well, I'm about to do that with the other guy.
Looting the other bodies. Okay. Is there anything discernible outside the lighthouse? Can I just like kind of walk around the front of the lighthouse and see if there's anything discernible outside of the lighthouse that may look like something salvaged from the ship that we were on, or just sort of like anything?
So what you do is you're kind of walking around the lighthouse at this point, and like I said, it's this stone square with a small wooden house sort of attached to it, and it's up on this very rocky ridge, and you're sort of going around the outside edge of it. And you can see over the edge, there's sort of a rocky coast. It's very dark at this point, and your torchlight doesn't go that far, so you can't quite see the bottom. But you can see sort of some dark shadows of big rocks and other things down towards the bottom. But otherwise, it's incredibly difficult to see down there. There's a doorway into the house, and there's a doorway into the lighthouse.
Okay. I'm gonna yell at the others. We have some crates over here. Would either of you like to take a look before I try and open them? I have no idea what they are.
Hell yeah. Actually, I don't give a shit. I don't care.
All right, so
well,
we'll cut over to Maylog really quick, who's going to search that body. What you find inside this guy's pockets, first of all, he had the scimitar. Colgrim actually the other thing that you would have noticed is the crossbow that was thrown on the ground is up there on the ridge with you. So he just has his scimitar on his corpse, and rifling through his pockets, since he is mostly intact, you find sort of this piece of parchment, and scribbled on it is what you kind of figure is a rough layout of the surrounding area. You have kind of an indication of the lighthouse, with the roads sort of pathing around. You see sort of an X where Morin Harbor roughly is, and to the north of the lighthouse in the woods, near the coastline, you see there's an additional X. But other than that, there are some sort of scribbled down notes of, relative paces and whatnot, based off of the distance from the lighthouse to the edge of the woods, as it's sort of scribbled in. But otherwise, it seems to be sort of a map of some sorts. It is, again, like you're kind of doing this by torchlight. You can't quite make odds or ends of exactly what everything means just yet, but you can kind of see these 3 distinct points and then some notes.
Okay. I'm also, and those are the only things that I found, correct?
Yeah, no gold, no other possessions other than his weapon and the that note.
Well, I'm assuming he's wearing clothes. Is there anything on what he's wearing that would give me a clue as to, is it rugged? Does it look like he's lived, fairly comfortable? Is it mended? Does it look like he's been living, like out in the woods? Do these look like what I would think of as real bandits, which would be, hardy kind of woodland people, sort of things? Or these look like thugs?
That's
that
awesome.
I would see
That's such a
in the
good
city?
question. I need you to roll a perception check, because I need you to kind of like, this is sort of a combination of your own perception of what you're about to uncover from this person. So, I don't know. Like, what would you guys? Would you think that's more of like an intelligent, like a wisdom check, maybe?
To see what type of thing they are?
That would
Insight?
that'd be
Would
more
that be an
wisdom.
insight?
Yeah, give me a wisdom check.
Okay, 13.
13. So with a 13, what you actually can tell from this guy's clothing, he is a sailor by trade. And judging by the armor, perhaps a mercenary. You have quite a bit of experience, living in a harbor town with this kind of guy, of one of his profession. And you can kind of, like, that's just the general impression that you got. Like, definitely oceanfaring, perhaps, a little bit on the rougher side of things, but judging by how easily the 3 of you were able to dispatch them, maybe you're not as convinced
I'm not as convinced
that he is like a bandit or like a pirate or something, but definitely a sailor, definitely, strapped to fight.
Okay.
And he did say that we're not like they're not.
You're
one
not
of
one
us.
of us, right? So
Yeah.
that was what I was rolling off of too. So I'm gonna. I think these men were also stranded. Do any of you recognize them, or at least the one whose face we can still see?
Wait, they were on the boat?
No, but he's dressed quite a bit like a sailor. You can tell that he's got, he's been in the sea an extensive amount. Check the clothes; they're covered in salt.
I think we'll learn more. Why don't we just go inside and see what he's got?
Do we even know he came from inside?
Yeah, they were there.
They were outside.
I will say this
lighthouse?
doesn't this does not harken back to anything you would have seen on the ship. Like,
Okay.
there weren't a ton of people on the ship, and even though you didn't spend a whole lot of time around there, like, it's very unfamiliar to you, this person.
Do we know if they when we saw them light the torches earlier, could we tell that they were coming from either the house or the lighthouse?
From what Bingle was able to see, he may have seen. It's not going to be 100% clear, but he may have seen the door open and a torch be lit. But you're not. Okay. You wouldn't be 100% sure of that.
Bingle's getting restless. He wants to go in that lighthouse.
I want to open one of those crates.
All right, you're gonna bash it open. Give me a strength check just to see like how cleanly you get this thing open.
That's a 14.
Okay, so you just sort of prop open the lid and it sort of cracks under your heaving. So the top's in two pieces, but inside you find medical supplies. There's gauze. There's ointments. There's salves.
Is there potions
that could sort of heal a wound and clean it over time. No health potions or anything like crazy like that usable by you.
Now that I'm seeing that there's all these medical supplies in here, does this harken back to supplies that we would have brought from on the ship?
You could think that.
So it could be our supplies, or it could have been whatever ship brought these guys.
All right, so it's likely that there's a piece of our boat over on
somewhere
the other side
nearby.
of this over there. So let's go take
let's
go set up camp inside the fucking thing and wait till the morning.
Can I see real quickly how those crates got there? Does it look like they were dragged? Does it look like they were brought by a cart from maybe the ocean?
At this point, with torchlight,
Can I see anything? Okay.
Like, you would have to, one, spend a considerable amount of time, and two, and this is kind of metagaming a little bit, but you'd have to roll pretty crazy. It's late at night.
Right. Bingle is literally, while these guys are doing this, Bingle's opening the door to the lighthouse, dog.
Okay. Do you want to pursue that line of investigation? Do you want to take the torch and kind of investigate the area a little bit more?
Seeing that Bingle's going to be running straight into the lighthouse and we don't know what's going on there,
I figure
more urgent.
If I noticed Bingle was opening the door of the lighthouse, I would like uncomfortably shift over towards him to like back him up in case we run into anything.
I'm literally right behind Bingle just to make sure he doesn't know.
My thought process is that we just had a fight in which someone berserker raged, and there was a dog. There was a lot of noise made. If there was someone else inside, they probably would have come out and helped their friends if they were friends. So I'm just opening that door.
Okay, so you're inside. Are you going in the lighthouse or going in the house?
Or going in the what? Going in the what? Sorry?
There's a small house attached to the lighthouse, and then there's the lighthouse itself.
Okay. All right, I'm going into the lighthouse.
You're going into the lighthouse itself?
Yeah, into the lighthouse itself. I want to go to the top and scope it because I figure I'll be able to see down with my elven eyes.
Okay.
Dwarven eyes.
If he's going up the lighthouse, I just want to go in the actual main floor of the lighthouse and just look around and see if there's anything interesting.
Okay, so you enter Bingle into what is a very simple stone square room. There's a set of stairs going upwards that sort of spiral around the room following the wall. and actually goes above and outside. There really isn't much else in this room. So Colgrim with the torch kind of like peering it around. You can tell that this building is very much the sole purpose of like being the torch, or like being the base of the lighthouse, and serves no other purpose. Just a way to
go to the
get
top.
towards the top.
Is there anything in it?
There's a barrel with some torches in it that you can tell is kind of made. You know, there's some flint down
other
there.
Other than that, it's just
just
kind
empty.
of empty.
But let's resolve.
Bingle,
There's no tables, no furnishings.
Nope.
Bingle has his. He pulls out his short sword. He probably should have done that sooner. And he goes up to the top of the lighthouse. The goal is to go to the roof and look for the boat.
Okay, you see a extinguished sort of large brazier with some material inside that you surmise is what people use to actually light the lighthouse. And like I said, it is currently unlit. And it's sort of just like the whole square of it sort of continues around and surrounds this brazier in the center. So there's plenty of room for you to walk all the way around, save the small area where the staircase is for you to get up. So you can kind of get all the way around if you'd like.
I just want to peer over the edge down at the water and see if I can see a boat.
Okay.
Or any wreckage of a boat.
So you see sort of this jagged coastline that's filled with rocks, and it's about a 50-foot drop down to that water. With your dark vision, you can see sort of the edge of the water, not to any precise detail, but enough to notice the wreckage of the back of the ship, which has
Bingo.
been dashed
so
across.
I yell down the staircase. I go, bingo, bango.
The wreckage is dashed across the rocks, sort of further down the coast, not too far, but right up against the coastline, and is entirely torn open. You can see a lot of debris in the area, but from where you are, not to any great detail.
Okay, I'm gonna hold tight for now and just sort of enjoy the view while I let the other boys do their thing.
Okay.
If he's doing bingle things upstairs, I'm going to step outside of the lighthouse and go over toward the actual house.
Okay. So you
finally
enter
a moment alone.
Imagine you enter into the house.
Yeah.
There's you enter into a room which is set up as a small, cozy cottage. There is a cooking stove along with some cabinets. There is a bed sort of over in the corner, and a small sitting chair near the hearth that the kitchen is sort of built around. What you do notice is that the room does look like it's been ransacked recently. Cabinets open, minor objects of no importance like plates and whatnot sort of strewn and broken all across the room. Bed upturned. And the mattress is, on the floor. It's kind of this straw mattress, just sort of like spread out all along the floor. And looks like every little chest or drawer or nook and cranny has been searched.
Anything of value has been raided.
I mean, you could do like a really solid investigation check.
I'm not particularly looking for anything of value. I'm just saying, like, it looks like this place has just been turned up.
Very much so, yeah.
Turned up.
Oh, so there's some like lasers and shit. I think we should set up camp and just wait for the morning.
Okay. Anything else you guys want to do before you saddle up?
I do say we should probably set up in either the lighthouse or this other house and barricade a door in case the others that those people may be joined by come looking for their friends.
Bingle's already set up his bedroll in the roof of the lighthouse. He likes it up there.
I want to light the lighthouse.
I was literally thinking the exact same thing. I would love to help you as a bonding exercise.
Okay, so I'm not even gonna ask Colgrim because I know Bingle's gonna be up for it. So I'm just gonna whisper to Bingle,
You sons of bitches.
"Do you want to light the while Colgrim's barricading? Do you want to light this thing?"
I thought you'd never ask.
All right, we light that shit up like the 4th of July.
We both cute. We both preciously like. One of us strikes, the other
giggling.
one's flint.
Yeah. We're definitely giggling the whole time. This is like the most fun I've had since literally my entire world was destroyed.
Oh my god, you're actually smiling?
Yeah, I'm actually smiling.
Okay, I'd like you to note, Bingle takes note of that smile, and he likes the fact that you smiled. He's taking note of that.
Okay, that's like a really.
I'm
sweet
really getting
and
over
tender
the
moment.
fact
So
that
this
we've
thing
killed, like,
this thing is
a lot of
lit,
people.
and like the heat off of it is crazy.
Dude, this thing's lit too, huh?
So, okay, god damn it, it's getting late.
hate
But we
you
have to
guys
play
so
this
much.
out. Colgrim,
We did not want
you
this to be
hear
easy.
not an explosion, but you hear like a definite eruption
Fire.
of flame.
That was a good sound effect.
I'm just gonna yell up the
Thank
stairs.
you.
What's going on up there?
Nothing.
Nothing.
It was nothing. Just get set up. Yep.
I'm gonna start walking up the stairs of the lighthouse.
Okay,
Don't come up. I'm naked.
you're definitely there.
All right. Yeah, you got us.
You're all the three of you are standing in front of a lit lighthouse, piercing the darkness.
This seems like a
This-
good. This seems like a good place to set up camp. We'll be nice and warm.
I will.
This probably wasn't the best idea, considering that if this lighthouse hasn't been lit recently, others are going to know that we're here.
I'm a ranger, baby. You think that I ain't gonna dome all those sons of bitches if they try anything? If they try anything?
We were already gonna have to go out in the daylight tomorrow. Might as well announce ourselves and that we lay claim to this area.
Fucking love it.
This is now called Beastfoot Manor.
Are you guys all right? So two things I need to know.
I also, by the way, I let them know because I know I yelled bingo bango.
Yeah, I'd say
Were
at
either
this
of you
point
guys curious what that meant?
with it lit, with
No,
the
don't
with
even
the lighthouse lit, like the light is scattering around the area. You can see a small distance away from where you're at. But what you do notice is the light is bouncing off of that dark wood of the ship, and you can still, again, not very clearly see it, but you can definitely notice that the unique design and frame of your ship, which is singular to anything you guys have seen before, is dashed across towards the rocks below.
Gotcha.
Let's have a nice little sleepy poo.
Yeah. You guys turned in?
I'm gonna set my sleep and roll up.
Did you
at
lock
top
the
of my
door?
lighthouse. Yeah, I barricaded the
Okay,
door.
cool.
Do I need to make a roll or something to see how well I did that?
No. So the three of
we
you
are,
are
yeah.
just sort of in this room by yourself. Or the three of you are all in the room, right?
Yeah.
I'm trying to think.
My bedroll's next to the fire. I'm just sleeping. I'm already
What's the
lying down, dude.
I'm
wisest
gonna say it's
option?
probably like the fire in the on top of the building because it's way too
It's
hot
probably
for
too
that.
hot up there. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, is there like walking up the stairs? I guess would there be like like a platform? Like it would have to level out in certain spots, right? Like there's probably like a flat spot
In the lighthouse?
or something. Yeah. The stairs just continuously go
At
straight
the
up,
corners, at the corners, it's flat.
Okay, I figure like I'll just set up it on the corner near the stairs.
Okay, so you're gonna take up
Like,
in the lighthouse.
Yeah, I'm nervous that these guys were here for a reason. If they were here, like I'm glad that we're in this lighthouse rather than the other house because like if they snuck up on us in the night, they could light the house on fire with us in it, and that's probably no bueno. But at least this way, like I'll hear them if they try and break the door down, if they show up. And if not, I'm set up in like a decent spot where I can react to things if they go south real quick.
Okay. Anyone else doing anything